Why, hello there, everybody, and welcome to Misscliks D&D Devotion. How are you guys doing today?
Hi.
Great.
It's tax day. Freaking
Yay!
fantastic.
Man, I don't know, like, any viewers who aren't streamers, aren't familiar with it. The reason that we're all unhappy
Why, hello there,
around
everybody,
tax
and
day
welcome
is that
to
when you work
Misscliks
for
D&D
yourself,
Devotion. How are you guys doing today?
Hi.
taxes suck.
Configuring your taxes as a self-employed person is a huge pain in the butt. It's so
Yeah.
frustrating.
And I have been self-employed for a very long time, and it still surprises me every year how much I owe.
It's that extra 15% on self-employment tax that you never really count on, and you're like, oh yeah, it's about an extra 10, 15%, whatever. And then at the end of the year, after all the deductions, and it kicks in, you're like, oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then it's like, even if you saved any amount of money, it's like, goodbye.
I know. I was like,
And
I'm
then
saving
some.
so hard this year because I want to buy a house at the end of the year. I had this big savings, and I was like, bye, all of it.
Yeah, it makes it really hard because it's like, yeah, that's the thing people don't understand. When you work for an employer, they pay a lot into your taxes too, and then but by yourself, like, it's like, oh, you get this so much, but you don't really truly get that much. So you have the savings at the end of the year, at least you hope you do.
Yeah.
And most of the time, most of it goes, you're just like, how, like, it always makes me wonder, like, no wonder, like, the people that make like tons and tons of money as a self-employed, like, how much charity, and then 401k, you almost like want to invest most of your money because it's like, it's going to go to Uncle Sam anyway, so you may as well just invest it.
Yeah. I was actually really proud though this year because we call tax day Anna Cries Day in our household. And I promised Jeff I would try really, really hard this year not to completely lose it. And I didn't. I didn't cry this year. So I'm really proud of myself. Thank you. Yeah. Felt good.
I cried when my tax guy initially got back to me because he didn't put in any write-offs, they did it really horrible, and it took him a month to get back to me. So for the whole month, I've like stressed like crazy. And this is while I was on vacation too. So then I come back, and this week I'm like, literally, I haven't slept till 5 every morning because I'm sitting here like stressed out because I can't get a hold of my tax guy. And then we finally talked last night till like 2 a.m. working on it. And yeah, it's not as bad as last year, but it's still like, it's still a blow, it's still a big blow, and you're just like, fudge.
Yes, fudge is exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Whatever, I got a return, so.
Right.
Yeah.
You're one of those crazy, like, really good at managing your money type people, aren't you?
Well, if you got a return, then you must have been paying into it all year long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows how.
It turns out when you're self-employed, you actually also just pay into it quarterly as well. So last year was the first time that I started doing that, and yeah, made less money overall, but now it's less stressful on this day.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that, and then I got penalized last year on top of the $1 million in taxes I paid, because I'm like, quarterly? Where am I supposed to get all this money quarterly?
Right. I had that lesson.
I got rent to pay.
Yeah. Well, enough about tax law and tax codes. How have you guys been aside from all of that this week?
I miss New Zealand.
Oh,
yeah, you were saying you want to move there now, huh?
Actually, so when I was there in this place called Rotorua, they had a glass blowing shop for sale. And like,
what?
I used to blow glass in school. It's a house and a shop and a workshop all in one. And it wasn't like the worst price in the world. But I was like, it's my goal. I don't know how, but it's my goal to get that.
That's like the most, it's like someone was like, what should we do to make Brie move to New Zealand?
Yeah.
Let's make this perfect thing.
Literally, in the way I fell upon it, it was just like, it was fate. It's fate that I should be a glass blower again in New Zealand. That's what I went to school for. So like, to be able to blow glass and do that on stream would be fantastic, because nobody blows glass on stream either. So it's like, hi, my degree and everything else. But other than that, I'm still putting together pictures. I took 7,000 photos.
Whoa!
How many days were you there?
I was total New Zealand, Australia 3 weeks. I took a lot of photos.
That's a lot.
So
That's
impressive.
333 photos a day.
Yeah, well, I posted over 100 to Snapchat just every day to the stream, like to make sure everybody was updated.
Over 100 every day?
Yeah, I was dedicated because when I couldn't stream, I would post pictures so people still could like follow along on the adventures. So I pretty much photographed everything.
Wow. Did you save all of your snaps?
Yeah, that's where a lot of the numbers come from, is because I saved snaps and then I'd repost it to Instagram, and it was a lot of work, but it was still like everybody felt like they were there.
Trump's like, thanks for saving me the trouble.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm actually going to be doing
That's
a
how
stream.
Trump travels, actually. It's all about efficiency for Trump.
I'm going to be doing a stream at the end of the week where I go through all the photos so people can actually watch and see everything that happened in New Zealand, Australia. So yeah.
Nice.
Trump.
Dang, let's see. I went to something important recently. That's right, Red Bull sealed competition. So that was fun. We played as Tempo Storm, 4 teams. We didn't win, but it was a good time to be had with all the Hearthstone peeps. Anna.
I'm trying to remember. Okay, last weekend was Easter. And then before that was Heroes of the Dorm. So both of those things were great. Heroes of the Dorm is a really, really fun event. It's kind of like I've had to pare down on the events that I do, and Dorm is one of the ones that I keep because it has just a really special spirit to it. And hanging out with Adam and Tyler Rosen, who founded TESPA, which is now Blizzard Collegiate Esports, is really cool. They're very inspiring guys. And also the most identical twins I know, which is really fun. So that was great. And then for Easter weekend, I went to the dog park and, just so everyone knows, had the best dog behavior day ever. So I was a very proud doggy parent. And then made Easter brunch for Jeff and I on Sunday. I posted a picture of it because our Easter brunch table, which I decorated to be fancy and pretty, was based on his Warhammer terrain, which I let him keep on the table while we had brunch.
That sounds great.
That's like total wife award material.
Thank you.
Saying.
I pride
Especially if
myself
you
on
want the table to look nice,
Yeah.
to have all that on there, like, yeah, wife award.
It's lucky that his terrain base, like the mat that he uses, is light blue, which doesn't clash with my dishes. If it did, it might be harder, but yeah.
I can't tell if you're joking or serious.
No, I'm dead serious. Yeah, and then I like really, really messed up the pancakes of all things, but Jeff ate them anyway. He was a really good sport. But then he told all my coworkers today how horrible they were.
Wow.
It was fine. They were really bad. Jen.
Hi. So I have a string of failures to share with you guys.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
No, it's great. It's all fine. It's actually like more funny than harm, except for like my money, but that's fine.
Oh, taxes?
No, I booked. I was super happy this weekend. It was like perfect, and today everything went shit. I was like, oh, great! I booked my flight to TI at the place I'm gonna stay at with TI, and of course, I picked the people that always fuck up their reservations. But you know, we're like. So, and I was making fun of it. I'm like, so I'm with the people that fuck up their reservations. So let's triple check this. And then they're like, Jen, what date is TI, Jen? I'm like, oh, we have to be there from the 16th to the 20th, guys. I got this. Plot twist. It was 1 week before. And we did everything according to me.
Oh no.
So right now we just changed the flights and we're like $500 down thanks to Jen, and we still haven't figured out where we're gonna stay yet because we have to cancel that, and Airbnb's telling me it's 50% only that we're getting back, but that seems weird because it's like 4 months away. I feel that would be pretty rude.
It depends, honestly, with Airbnb, it depends on their their policy, the specific Airbnb, but you can message them specifically and just either ask or tweet at Airbnb, and they usually can help you better.
I'll try to tweet them. I emailed like the owners, and we'll see what they say.
Yeah, I can
Jeez, I
talk you
hope
through that a little bit. So
Yeah, I hope we don't lose half. That would be really stupid.
yeah,
It's
not 4 months away. Yeah.
Like, come on, people. So that's my first failure.
First, how many do you have for us?
The second one's not that bad. Like, I went to the veterinarian. Yeah, that
Yeah.
thing.
That
With
one.
my cat. And it went great, so that was another success story of my weekend. But then once I end up all alone on Tuesday night, when I'm supposed to put like 3 times per day teardrops in my cat's eyes, well, I can't even put one. Now she's just running away from me all day in my house.
Aww.
Like all the love and trust we built, it's all gone. Like the teardrop situation is no good.
The great teardrop incident.
Yeah, so I broke all the trust with my poor cat Jira.
Just offer her treats, and then you just kind of gotta hold into her. Navi forgave me after I fed her medicine last week, before I left.
But I can't do it 3 times a day. Like I can barely get it in once per day. So
What do you do to get her? Like, I would just hold on to her, and then like between your legs, and then like
yeah, that's what
use
people
both
are
hands.
telling me. I'm just really bad at it. Like I can't hold her with my legs and like hold her little head and like
You
a
kind of
little eye.
have to like grip her with your legs. That's what I do with Navi. I'm like, come here, bear hug type thing.
I'm so sad. I don't like doing this. I'm a
Yeah.
sad puppy.
It's hard for sure.
I have no more failure stories. I watched 10 hours of Netflix on like.
Nice. That is not a failure. That
It
is a
was
success.
so good. Like I did nothing. We like ordered food, and I didn't move. And I was like,
That sounds awesome.
great. Yeah. I almost got up like once.
Neil, I saw that your wife made you an Easter basket. I thought that was pretty cute.
She makes me an
I
Easter
see
basket
this.
every year, regardless of where we are, whether we're in Vietnam or here in California. And it's always the surprise because I'm always like, oh, it's been a really complicated year. We've been all over the place. There's like no Easter supplies around. There's no way she can put together an Easter basket this year on this short notice with all the crap that's going on. It's not going to happen. And it always happens anyway. It's amazing.
Never underestimate Lauren.
She's the best. Yeah. But she decided where she wants to go to school. So in August, at the very beginning of August, we're going to be moving to Boulder, Colorado, which I'm pretty excited about.
Colorado seems like a cool place to live.
Yeah, we're going to be right underneath the Rocky Mountains. That's going to be sweet.
Cool.
Oh, there's going to be prairie dogs everywhere. Like, you know, so many prairie dogs that they're almost a pest level of prairie dogness. So I'm pretty happy with that.
And your internet will probably work better than it did in Vietnam.
Yes, yes. Although I'm expecting at least 3 months of problems.
That's
Just
usually
because, you know. So August through October is going to be rocky.
That's usually the way it is.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, let's get this game on the road. So, what happened last week? You guys remember from last week? Something about magic strings?
Yes, we found the magic strings, and then we gave it back to their owner. And there are some awkward things between our bandmates too.
Well, what sort of awkwardness did you guys run into?
Well, Bash.
Yeah. Yeah, Bash asked to be a full member of the band and
Yeah,
kind of got
we-
denied.
Yeah, but aren't he and Guy are gonna like open for us a few times or something?
Yeah. Bash is really trying to work on earning your respect and being able to join up with you guys.
Yeah.
Guy Claypool seems to be a little bit more into his art than into wanting other people's respect and partnership. So he's kind of, you know, off doing his thing. Also, he's really bad.
Yeah,
Pretty
he's
bad.
pretty bad, yeah.
But Bash is not too terrible. He's working on that. Was there anything else that went down?
But the
We-
horses.
It's true. You have horses now.
We have brick and nut mortar. What's the other one? Diamond.
Brick
Yep.
and diamond. All right. Well,
Ours is brick, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brick is like. How is Brick? Brick is like strong and proud.
Yeah.
Oh, and we also have Little Dicey, the hard of hearing mule.
I
think we left
totally
him
forgot about
You left
that.
him way back.
Yeah, she's always like really back there, you know. Poor little Dicey.
You didn't get that animal on this side. You
No, we
left the
didn't.
animal in the other
What?
country, right?
Yeah,
we
we're
left
staying over.
little Dicey behind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
little Dicey got left to probably be picked up by
No.
somebody else.
We at least sold little Dicey.
Nope, I think you guys just completely forgot about her and walked away from her, leaving her in her paddock for someone else to find.
This is if you are not if you haven't been a fan of Misscliks D&D for a while, this is one of the most prominent recurring themes that we have a pet or an animal.
It was still on my character sheet. It's not supposed to disappear from it.
It's still on our character sheet. It's with us, but if we don't mention it for enough weeks in a row, it has been
Disappeared.
forgotten and lost. Never mind that it's a giant mule that our party has hanging out with us, and it would be kind of hard to forget. That's not how D&D works. So you better get used to it, because that's how Misscliks D&D is.
Mm-hmm. You forget
for
about your
what it's
pet,
worth
and then
it.
you do all these things that they couldn't have come along with you with, and it just disappears somewhere along the road.
Can I tell you, Neil, that actually one of my most common themes of nightmares that are recurring is that I remember that I have a pet that I had forgotten about and it's dead.
Oh, God.
Literally, that happens to me all the time. I in my dream, I'm like, oh, I have a parakeet, which I had when I was like 8, and I forgot about it. And it's just dead.
I feel like I've had a dream similar to that, but I don't remember what. But it totally
You know,
I've had one dream like that where you forget about something and it's just
for
gone.
people who have reoccurring nightmares about forgetting their pets, you guys often forget your pets in D&D.
That's why it's so painful, Neil.
Well, get your shit together, Anna.
Clip it. Clip it.
All right, so you guys are hanging out in this tavern. Guy Claypool and Bash Rockstorm are off in the corner discussing something fervently. Cook, the chef, is with them too. They seem to recruited him for something. They're sitting at a different table, and they're very hush-hush about what they're discussing. But the four of you are sitting around a table at the Yellow Door in Sandashar.
Man, aren't you missing little Dicey, the hard of hearing mule? I feel like we haven't heard of her in years.
She was such a great mule. She's on my mind every day.
Me too. Man, last night I had a nightmare where I woke up and I thought of little Dicey and she was dead.
That's such a horrible nightmare.
Can't believe it happened.
Don't worry, I'm quite certain that she's very happy in the stables that I left her in back home.
State.
You're the responsible one, Ransom. We can always count on you.
Good job. Glad to know little Dicey is waiting for us back in whatever town it was.
Mm-hmm.
I feel inspired by our last journey to write a song called These Are a Few of My Favorite Strings.
That sounds good.
Yeah,
I like that. It sounds like a great start, honey.
thank you. I'm just working it over in my head right now.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point, who in the party is the one to go get drinks from the bar? Or is it something that you guys rotate through?
I think it's probably Olivia because she likes to mingle.
Yeah. I go get the drinks.
Alright.
I'm the drink getter. Sometimes we get like a couple free drinks out of it, so it's a good deal.
Yeah.
You know, as a band manager, I feel it's my responsibility to control the band's drinking and dining situation.
Also, she has all my money, so
Yeah.
All right, Olivia, you head up to the bar. The bartender there is a little bit young. You know, usually the proprietor or someone that has a little bit more responsibility and is a little bit more respectful tends to run the bar. You know, there's a lot of alcohol back there. It's kind of valuable. This point in time, easy to break. You don't want to waste it. But this kid that's back there is kind of gawky. He's fumbling with some glasses. You've already heard a couple of things break today. And he just looks kind of incompetent and rushing back and forth and stressing out really hard.
Hi.
He comes over to you.
Over here.
Hi. How's it going?
Are you okay? You seem a little bit rushed. Are you alone?
Oh, no, this is my first day tending. You know, the
Oh.
normal bartender's gone, and it's
You
a
left
little
you all
overwhelming.
alone? You left you all alone?
Oh, I've got Rosie and Clifford to help wait tables, but I'm stuck with the bar, yeah.
Oh, well, I wish I could help you out.
I don't know, no, I'm sorry. I can't allow any patrons behind the bar.
Okay, I won't. Well, I'll order you the easiest thing you can get to me. 3 of them, please.
Thank you.
Well, 4.
Thank you so much. She goes and just starts pouring some pitchers of water into some mugs for you and sets them on the table.
Perfect. Glorious.
Thanks. That'll be 1 copper for all 4.
I give him 1 copper.
He hurries off to the next patron who's already clamoring for him down the way. As you turn around and head back to the table, though, you notice something. There's a person kind of squatted down behind Ransom's chair. It looks almost as if they're tying their shoe, but you notice something is a little bit off about them as their hands are like 6 inches above their shoe, kind of right next to where Ransom's backpack is.
So I'm gonna go right behind them and start picking at their backpack.
All right. The figure, hears you coming, pokes his head up, sees you, straightens up, and immediately just kind of turns and walks and like.
Yeah,
does
I'm
some-
trying to like grab onto his backpack, like exactly as he was doing, and I'm just like following him.
All right. So you manage to you can get a hold of his backpack as he's exiting the bar if you'd like.
Yeah. So I'm holding his backpack.
Yeah. You grab him a few feet from the front door and hold him fast. He kind of squirms against your grip. And he's going to make a strength check to try and break free of it. So give me a strength check there, Jen. See if you can hold on to him.
I'm not that bad.
He gets, pretty terrible failure.
Yes, I got a 28. I'm so
Yeah.
strong.
You hold him fast as he tries to just pull himself away from you. The rest of the party, you can see this now.
Well. Is that how we greet new people? Were you trying to talk to my friend or something? I feel like it seems like a custom here, so I'll just hold on to your backpack.
He just lets his arms slip through the straps and runs, leaving his backpack in your hand as he bolts through the front door.
Well, thanks for that. Have a nice day. I go back and sit with my friends.
Babe, you're so impressive. It's like you see everything. You know people so well. And I give her a big kiss.
Oh, that's sweet. Do you feel anything's missing from you, Ransom? Because that guy was kind of clawing at your things. We do
Oh,
have
gee,
his
I better
backpack.
look. I check my backpack. You should check the backpack, see if there's
Yeah,
anything
I
missing.
start opening it.
You start rifling through your own backpack there, Ransom, and there's nothing missing from it, but then as you go to your side, you realize that he has swiped your purse with all of your coins in it.
I run after him as soon as I figure this out.
All right.
Wait, have it in the backpack
yeah, same.
or is it not there?
You have his backpack, but he didn't put it in his backpack. He must have put
Oh.
it somewhere else, maybe in his pocket, maybe who knows where he put it. He didn't put it in his backpack, though, and he's out the door. So Kellen and Ransom bolt after him. You see the figure, maybe a half block away, kind of calmly walking through the crowd like nothing's going on.
I bulldoze towards him.
Okay. Can I get a dexterity check against his perception check to see if you can somehow stay light enough on your feet that he's not going to notice you in the thick crowd of Sandashar's town of Sandashar? Does pretty well though. 16. No, that's terrible. You make some pretty clanking noises, and at some point he gives like a casual look behind him to see you coming after him, and he picks up his feet and starts to run.
Is this a halfling? Small person?
No, human.
Okay.
You...
Guards around?
Yeah, there are some guards. He's already run past them. But you know they're patrolling the streets looking for troublemakers.
Am I behind him, or should I roll too?
Well, he heard you guys, so we don't need to roll anything else unless. Well, we should do. If you guys are going to keep chasing after him, we need to do a pursuit.
Sure. Guards! That man stole my purse.
All right. The guards perk up. They're used to hearing these calls. I'm going to have you guys make me a. Just roll a d10, and he's going to roll a d10. Whoever gets higher, if you beat someone, you close the distance or increase the distance between them.
Can I do something different?
Sure.
I
guys
go
see that?
get my horse.
Ooh.
Ooh, Olivia goes to grab a horse.
Yeah.
And Kellen is propelled by his love
I go get Rick.
Your love for what, Kellen?
for Olivia.
Even though Ransom's the one who's been stolen from?
She told me to do it, so.
Okay. He rolls a 2 on his fleeing check. So you close the gap by 80 feet. So he was maybe like 120 feet from you guys before he took off. So now he's, now you're pretty close to him. The guards go chasing after him. They are unfortunately a little slow. One of the guards doesn't even realize who it is that took it until you're already past him, Kellen. The other guard is right behind you on your heels. Ransom, you are 30 feet behind Anna. So it goes fleeing guy, and then, 40 feet, then Anna, then 10 feet, then guard, then 20 feet, then Ransom. And Olivia's going to get the horse. And Cass, what are you doing?
I'm just kind of like sitting around the bar as they like.
She just takes a sip.
They just take off. I'm just sitting here enjoying my drink. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Because they've already run out. What am I gonna do? And I just sit there and kind of like chat to the patrons around me.
Nice. All right, let's do another D10 set as you guys push through the crowds trying to make your way. He gets a 5 on his.
I'm gonna catch this guy.
8. You close the distance by 30 feet. He's only 10 feet ahead of you. Trump, you slow down. You lose 20 feet of pursuit.
Getting tired.
Hey, make way, make way!
You are an intelligence warrior after all.
Trump, you were 30 behind Anna, so you were 70, and you just lost 20, so you are now 90 away. And the 2 guards are, one of them maintained position, so he's at, I can't do math, 100, and the other one is right behind Anna at 20. Okay, and Jen, you've gotten your horse. Why don't you roll me 2d10 to see how far you can go? Ooh. So that closes. You are now 40 feet behind him.
Wow.
Yeah, you're on horseback, so the streets are clearing for you as you come thundering down. And,
Yeah. Come on,
The
Rick.
horse gets rushes past me.
Give me an initiative roll or another d10, everybody. Higher is better. He does poorly. He does really poorly.
Yeah.
Do I do a D10 too? or-
Ransom, you close to 10 feet behind him. Anna, you are going to catch him this round. Yeah, roll me 2d10, Jen, because you're on horseback.
Hey.
Oh, dear God, you're going to run him over. All right, so he turns down an alleyway when Kellen comes careening around him, and you catch up to this poor guy in an alleyway that clearly dead ends partway down. You can get a hand on him even.
I tackle him.
Okay.
Damn, that's what everyone wanted to do. I was ready to jump off the horse to like.
Yeah. I tackle him and I take his face and I turn it toward Olivia and I'm like, look into the face of that beautiful angel and apologize.
He stands there, scared shitless, looking at the two of you, looks over to Olivia, who's dismounting and entering the alleyway.
No. I arrive on the horse and I go. The horse goes like this, and then I go like that.
It's like in slow-mo.
And then I hop off and I'm like, we found you.
It all happens in this like slow-mo, like Megan Fox and Transformers montage.
I may have used an arson to like make it all better.
All right, the thief stands there, caught red-handed. The guards are coming in behind Olivia, trying to make room, and the thief gets a little bit quiet and kind of shrinks almost, sinking his head down into his shoulders, arching his back a little bit, bending his knees, as he kind of tugs fruitlessly against Anna's hand. Sorry.
Thanks. That's exactly what I needed to hear. Now give us back our money, you fiend.
He sheepishly hands you a small bag. Well, a relatively large bag, actually.
And the rest.
He pulls out an empty bag and hands it over to you. Like, as if he were shaking it upside down and then handing it over. That's his original bag. I'm sorry.
Are you sure there's nothing else that I would find if I were to search you right now?
Go ahead. I don't expect you to trust me. The guards come shoving through the alleyway, going, "Make way, make way! Where's the brigand?" Except they're speaking in a Cuban, so...
I speak a Cuban, Neil.
They say, make way, where's the brigand?
I hear.
Yeah.
I say, right here, because in a Cuban I have a very proper accent.
They come over and grab him by the scruff of his collar and kind of pull him towards their faces, snarl at him, and look back to the two of you. Well, three of you. You get everything back from this piece of scum?
Let me check. I'll grab the bag and look through it, make sure everything is in order. I remember
Is there everything
how
there?
much money there was in there.
I'm going to send you a list of what's on the bag, and then you can determine whether or not that is everything that you had on your person.
It is... Wow, you know?
Yep. I know everything.
I find that very unlikely.
Except I didn't send it to everybody. I sent it to everybody instead of to Trump. Because I messed up.
I see.
What do you mean? I didn't see any message.
Good job. No one look at
Me neither.
Zoom chat ever for the rest of the game.
Yeah. There's nothing.
Yep, that's all there is to it.
Okay. Alright, the guards begin to haul this man away without saying anything else. Unless there's something you want to...
I say to them, thank you, gentlemen, for your help, and we would be appreciative of whatever award is due those who subdue criminals in your town.
Sure, we'll give you a award if you're going to give us a tip for catching him.
What?
This man is not a wanted man. There's no posters of him up anywhere. So if you want a reward, I want a tip.
A tip of the hat, of course, good man.
He raises his hand in a high five for you. High five, there's your
Cheerio.
reward. Good job.
Pip,
Beep beep.
pip. Thank you, that's exactly what I was looking for. On with you, on with you.
They on and on.
I tell Olivia and like, babe, they're like super impressed, and they said that we were some of the best, like, you know, citizens they've ever seen, and also they said you were super hot, and I was like, I know.
They're so lovely. I like these guys. I muted my little move. Did you see the move with the horse?
Babe, how could anyone not see that? Oh my gosh. You looked like a freaking angel, like a rainbow fairy goddess, like a resplendent mithril genie.
Damn, those would make such great lyrics for songs.
Oh my gosh, babe, you're so right.
I can't wait to hear that song.
I gotta write this down. Where's my notebook?
A mithril genie goddess, you sing.
So, meanwhile, you guys are doing this. Kess, you're hanging out back in the tavern, right?
Yeah.
So there's something going on in there that the rest of the party is completely missing. A herald steps into the bar, clears his throat, and calls for everyone's attention. And the bar quiets down a little bit for him. And he says out in a fairly clear voice, also in the common tongue, "If there be any foreigners in this establishment, today is the final day for entry and the day of the foreigner music competition being held by the king. Foreigners only. None of our excellent musicians may apply, so you have some sort of fighting chance. It'll be similar quality of musicians. If you wish
perk
to,
up as he's talking.
if you wish to join in, come on by the castle. Competition starts in 45 minutes. Most of the people in this tavern are completely ignoring him, but you see Bash Rockstorm and Guy Claypool perk up at this news and then start murmuring to each other back and forth.
I ignore them for a minute and I go up to the guy.
All right. You find him as he's making his way to leave. He stops when he sees you, looks you up and down, and goes, "Yes, you are definitely a foreigner."
Yes, and I just so happen to have a band with my brother. We'd love to enter.
Lovely, lovely.
Maybe you've heard of us, Cass and Cullen.
I can't say that I have. Are you known?
Pretty well known in these parts. Oh, well, actually, we're kind of new over here, so I don't know if we're as known here yet. But
Perhaps.
we played quite a good show the first day we got here.
There are many talented musicians in Akuba. Consider yourself a small fish in a very large pond. But that's why we have the foreigners only competition, so it's a little bit easier for you. It's part of
we
the
don't need easy, but we'll definitely enter.
Well, good luck. This is the Grand Singing League, only for the greatest of people out
Okay,
of town.
we can do this. So 45 minutes, you say? And how far is the castle from here?
He points. I'm headed there right now. I could show you. If your brother is around, he doesn't seem to be here.
I look around. I'm like, crap. Kellen, where are you? He must have stepped outside, but I can definitely look for him.
Well, you
around.
can't miss the castle. It's the tall building you can see from everywhere. Good luck. Competition starts in 45 minutes.
Great. Is there someone we need to check in at?
The front gate, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And I run immediately outside and I look both ways for Kellen.
Alright.
Kellen! I know.
What?
Let's go! We're gonna be in a competition!
Okay. You know how siblings yell at each other like across the house? That's exactly what we're doing. Super obnoxious.
Knowing everyone in town.
Hold
I run
on.
over to where I hear his voice. I
Alright.
run and I get super excited as soon as I get to him and I shake him up and down. There's a competition just before us. We're totally gonna win this.
Oh my gosh, we've got this in the bag. And we do a special like sibling high five. Yeah.
Alright. Alright, do you have all your stuff? Can we go?
Yeah. I guess I was carrying it.
Yeah, you guys can pick up your stuff or you already have it on you. It makes a little difference. You can easily make it to the castle before the competition begins.
Alright, we rush over.
Okay, the four of you arrive. Arriving separately are Guy Claypool, Bash Rockstorm, and Cook. and it looks like they are forming their own trio for entering the competition, separate from your own.
Okay.
Cook the chef, huh? What does he play?
He doesn't play anything.
Okay.
Maybe he plays the spoons.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So you have a drummer, a spoon player, and a terrible singer.
And an upright bassist,
Who's the upright bassist?
Guy Claypool.
Oh.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to them.
They see you standing around. They give you a look. Hey, Olivia, like, what are you doing here?
I'm gonna act the same way as them. Like, hey guys, what are you guys doing here?
Oh, you know, there's just like this competition.
Uh-huh.
I thought like it was foreigners only, so you know the three of us might stand a chance. Like we might pull second place. I kind of should have figured you guys were gonna be here, but like I didn't see you around when it was announced, and
Yeah, makes sense.
No,
I think it's a great idea. I think it would have been nice if you guys talked to me, like, you know, I understand you guys want to be a band, but I feel if we're all gonna travel together and be a unit, it would be nice for you guys to be under my managerial wing.
Are you saying you want to manage us, Olivia?
Yeah, like we should find you a bit, like a band name and like maybe some banners.
Oh, he looks at Bash. Dude, you hear that? She wants to be our manager. Yeah, totally. I mean, we don't have like a name yet, but like
We can think of it for next time. Like for now, I'm sure like you consider like a band in the making or something.
yeah, just like you know after yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember what happened yesterday, right? Like, he says, kind of looking at Bash Rockstorm a little bit. We kind of figured that it would be good to like prove ourselves on our own for you, so that like maybe Bash could have a better like. We thought if we won this competition and then you guys heard about it afterwards, like
No, I get what you're trying to
like
do.
you might let
like,
Bash join the band, you know.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause he's good. He deserves it. I think he's earned it.
Yeah, I guess I get where you're coming from. Like, you know how you felt hurt? Like, I thought that you guys were excluding me, like, not wanting me to try to, like, make your band better and manage you. So I also kind of felt like...
No, dude, it's just like...
So are you sure? Like, because, you know, if you want to do your own thing, it's also...
No, babe, no, it's totally... I'm sorry, dude, it's totally... I'm sorry. We just never thought in our wildest dreams that you would want to, like, manage us, so we didn't approach you, because we thought you would just, you know, reject it right away.
Aw, no,
You know, we
I
didn't even
care
think
for
you would even
guys.
consider... Aw. Oh, come here, give me a hug, Oh.
How much?
Yay!
Kellen doesn't hear any of this, right?
I don't know, they're kind of loud. They're both fairly loud people. You might overhear little bits of it.
Did I hear him call her babe?
Why don't you make a perception check to see if you noticed that? Yeah, you totally overheard the word babe. That's probably what caught your ear.
Yeah, I think I was just like diddling around writing something. I heard that, and then I did the slow like.
But he corrected himself right away.
Yeah, but Kellen is still now staring daggers.
Yeah. All right. So they are all ready to.
I then, as soon as the conversation kind of like seems to come to an end, I walk over, I take Olivia and dip her into a huge kiss her on the mouth, and I'm like, "Hey, babe, missed you," and then I'm like, "Hey, guy."
Oh. Hey, Kellen.
So,
How's it going?
Nah, it's fine. Yeah, how are you?
Fine.
Great, good to see you. Olivia, I need your help with something.
Oh, sure. I'll
Bye,
be right there, but
guys.
I'll be watching your performance and trying to come up with a name. You know, I'll feel your vibes. We'll get there. And then I go away.
I tell her I need her help coming up with lyrics to my mithril goddess, Genie.
All right.
Do you
The
think
others.
if I pose, do you think it's gonna help you like come up?
Oh my gosh, totally. Stand right there,
But, like-
just like that. Okay, yeah, totally. Oh my gosh, so inspirational. Yes.
All right. You see a small collection of other performers here, kind of scattered around. The Great Hall has been set up into some sort of like auditorium thing. There's a little stage that's in between, or the little dais that normally is where the king would sit has been transformed into a stage. His throne has been pushed all the way back, and you can see like on the above the front door there's a little balcony, and that looks where the king and the queen and some of the other staff are up there. There's also this kind of like shining, transparent, like thing that covers the entire balcony, like some sort of weird twisting glass that kind of slightly shimmers that you can see through, but there's definitely something there preventing you from reaching him. And, additionally, the 15 feet in the air that they are. One of the heralds comes forward and announces the competition. It is going to be 5 different challenges that each group will do together. It's going to be a little unusual. Only the last of the 5 challenges is going to be an actual performance. The other 4 are going to be associated skills that you will need to test.
Ooh.
And rather than doing an elimination tournament, you're going to be scored on each one, and then it's the total score compared to everyone else's total score. And for this competition, we're going to need every member of the band, including the band manager and the bodyguard, to help with these problems and these challenges.
Kellen starts like limbering up. He's like cracking his knuckles. He's like, all right, yeah.
So when we come back from our break, we are going to start the GSL with the first band, which is Kess and Kellen. And we will see you guys on the other side of our break with your first challenge. Bye.